Hi there. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. When we last left off, we were left with a rather interesting choice to make, because it would seem that the evidence that we have taken for granted has in fact been tampered with. And I don't know the full story, but like I said before, I definitely examined the omnibus before, and the seat, it was not in fact empty. Like, I feel pretty confident saying that now. But if I say it wasn't empty, then, well, that's gonna make my client look pretty bad. So it's like, what does one do? What's interesting, though, is that, like, if you had not examined the omnibus at all, you could just say, I didn't look, and that would be honest. And if you had only examined the omnibus during the little, like, thing where, like, Suzato and Ryunosuke are like, hey, maybe we should, double-check that omnibus, and that was your first time looking at it, as far as you would have seen, it was, in fact, empty. And that would have been the honest truth, as far as you were concerned. But because I was, extra observant, I can pretty... I'm like not 90. Yeah. It was not empty when I first looked at it. So the fact that it went from not empty to empty is very strange. So I still wonder how it could have gotten tampered with when the whole bus has been here the whole time. So yeah. Again, part of me wants to say this because, hey, I gotta believe my client, right? But I just have to be honest with myself, and also the jury and whatnot. Oh yeah, also the jury were totally on our side. Like, we were right about to fucking wrap things up and go have a martini or some shit. Then fucking Barack has to come in here, like, Ugh. But enough rambling. I've actually had to go back and see what the other options leave me in, like, my own time. But I'm gonna be honest and just say, as far as I can see, it was not empty. So yeah. I really don't know if giving this answer is helping my cause as counsel for the defense. Yeah, that's for sure. But as far as I remember, at least, when I first examined the compartment, I'm fairly certain there were a number of articles inside it, yes. Yeah, see? I'm pretty sure about that too. Are you sure, counsel? Ara! Be whist! Well, hey man, I'm sorry about that, McGilded. I gotta be honest, Please don't be mad at me, Mr. Leprechaun Man. It's not the end of the world. What are you saying now, you daft doll? I thought you were on my side here. Oh. What game are you playing? Your task is to defend the man in the stand. Why would you say something to compromise his position? Bro, you're the one who fucking asked. What the fuck, man? Don't get on my case when you're the one who asked me. Were you expecting me to lie? Was that what you're expecting, Mr. Von Zykes? Is that because I'm a fucking Nipponese whatever guy? Ugh. That's pretty problematic. Well, I'm sure it's not what it looks like, though, As the advocate for the defense in this trial, I confess I'm still not entirely sure where I stand. But it seems to me that I should state what facts I do know as clearly and honestly as possible. Interesting. Again, I'm sorry, McGilded. I gotta be true to myself, Tis not altogether pleasing, fella. I'm simply telling the truth, Mr. McGilded. Well, Don't forget that you're supposed to be representing my best interest here, lad. Now then. A fellow's memory is a curious thing, and not altogether reliable. No, the court must consider the facts. That there cubbyhole under the seat is as empty as the devil's heart, so it is. The fuck is that beeping? Is that coming from outside? Probably. I don't think there's anything in here. Do you think perhaps it would be in your best interest now to admit that you might have been mistaken? I mean, maybe. I don't know. Why? Why do I feel like something's not right here? I should like Gary to weigh in on this matter, I think. Getting sloshed is not the way to do this, my guy. Your compartment was designed with horse equipment used to maintain the smooth running of the carriage. The guild's rules state that omnibus should be properly and fully equipped at all times. So it should be. So it certainly would have been empty on the night in question. Beppo isn't that irresponsible. Well, money-lending policer and a quick person are lying. Wow, that was objectively worse for my case. So that's not great. Ah! Aw, man. I can't believe I was nearly taken in. The stinking rich are always stinkers. Nothing but cowards, a lot of them. What? Oh no. It's a trick. Of course it's a trick. Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks, as they say. Quite so. I must concur here. Wow. Okay, well. With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time. Yes, but every time a different truth, it seems. And to be fair, I'm pretty sure the end result would probably have been the same. Like, I don't think it would have, like, you know, altered the trial radically, but it's an interesting moral quandary, as it were. My lord, I humbly exhibit the scales of justice. Clearly, a verdict of not guilty at this time would be wholly inappropriate. Thank you, counsel. But before we proceed any further, there is a matter of the outstanding cross-examination. True. I mean, I don't think we properly cross-examined them. Counsel for the defense, begin your questioning of the witness, please. Yes, my lord. What just happened? The whole balance of the trial shifted it almost beyond recognition. The Reaper of the Bailey is at work, it would seem.
Hold it!
So you were already in the omnibus before it even set off on its run? Huh, look at our coin animation, it's pretty hypnotic. Let's see, Cockney accent. Well, yeah, I mean, what's the point of spending a joey to make a few bob, eh? That's a run idea, isn't it? I suppose she means there's no point spending money to make money. It actually makes sense. Pronto, may I remind you that this square is a petty thief. Kindly refrain from entertaining your tenants. Well, that does clear up the little mystery of the fares and all. Four paying passengers at 5p apiece, making the 20 to which the cabman testified. And one little scapegrace riding for free. The red concomment driver always goes with some grub before his last run, see? So that's when I slip into the carriage and get myself hidden under the seat. Nice and easy, right? But your hiding place is a storage compartment. Full of equipment for the coach, no. Yeah, there's brushes and buckets and whatnot in there, sure. I always chuck all that out and cram it in a corner somewhere. No one ever seems to bother much. And yet, according to the report filed by the police officer who first arrived at the scene, the compartment was full of such paraphernalia. Well, I don't know nothing about that. Like I said, I moved all that stuff out so I could hide under the seat. That's all I can tell you. But since we've reached the end of that line of inquiry, continue.
Hold it!
A waste of time? Why is that? Well, most nights I'm on my own in the guard permit. In the guard permit, at least some of the time. Yeah, what the fuck does that mean? I beg your pardon? Did you say guard permit? Oh yeah, well, that's what my kind call it. You say, the honest, I suppose. Point is, at a normal run, the carrot ain't got no one in it for a while. And that's when you come out of your hiding place and get away. That's it. Only that night. This cove was sat on me seat from the start. And he didn't budge the whole way, did he? Not 1 inch. I was totally stuck. Do you mean to tell us that you're present in the carriage for the duration? Also, like, what exactly were you trying to accomplish by stowing away in the storage compartment? Like, I assume to steal stuff, but like, I'm pretty sure you couldn't steal if you were hiding in the compartment. Were you just like stowing away to get from one place to the other without paying? I mean, I guess, but You were under the seat the entire time while events unfolded in the enclosed cabin. Yeah, right, mister? To be sure. I was as shocked as anyone. You don't expect to lift a cushion you've been sat on and find a child now, do you? So this Miss Lestrade couldn't possibly be the culprit then. Curious. So you couldn't see out into the cabin at all? Not a jot. Most days I push the cushion up with me head and look out a crack. Then I can have butchers at who I'm gonna fiddle. Okay, Jesus, don't go around talking about fiddling people, man. It hasn't aged well. But yeah, so what, how you gonna if you're inside of a carriage, like how you gonna fucking do a steal if you pop out the compartment? Like people are gonna be like, oh, who's that fucking girl? You know, like what? I thought you were a pickpocket, not a butcher. I mean, I can have a look, but see, I get underage as clutch as the other one, see? So, most of the time, the passengers plant themselves opposite. But for some reason that night, this here Irishman spent the whole journey right over me head. And for that reason, you weren't able to push the cushion up to peek out. I see. Truth is, I ain't too happy in small dark places. Feels too much like being thrown in the clink. But it's the only place to hide in them garages, so it's Alton's choice. Why doesn't she just stick to picking people's pockets out in the open then? Again, I don't really see how you would I feel like there's better ways to pickpocket, you know? So anyways, I was a bit scared, but I had to just stick it out under there. Nothing else for it. What, mate? You know how it goes.
Hold it!
When you say a loud bang, do you mean the noise of someone falling to the floor? Could have been, I suppose. I don't remember so well. Point is, it made me jump. And you let her scream involuntarily. That's right. And then I felt the cushion over me head get lighter all of a sudden. Presumably when the defendant got up in order to help the victim, yes? Or not. It could equally have been the moment the accused stood in order to stab his victim, could it not? Well, girl, did you see what happened at that crucial moment? Yeah, I saw it. I pushed up the cushion and had a quick butchers while I had the chance, didn't I? The Irishman was sitting up the bloke, what? And, wait. The Irishman was sitting up the bloke what had fallen on the floor of the seat opposite. That matches Mr. McGilda's account, of course. But then, the fellow suddenly turns around and looks right at me. I sunk back down again, but it was too late by then. I should never have wished looking. It's because of that this swell found me. He did help me get away, mind. And when Mr. McGill discovered you, he pulled you out from your hiding place. I was scared stiff I was. He dragged me out and sat me down on the seat and all. Next to the victim, Mr. Mason. Yeah, the bloke had a knife in his guts. He was still bleeding. Then the carriage lurched a bit, and he ended up falling onto me. Oof. Ugh, how awful. Both me hands got covered in blood. It made me feel sick like sick as a dog. It did. Both her hands covered in blood. That must be what the rooftop passengers saw. After that, I believe he talked with Mr. McGilda for a while. Is that right? Is that correct? He asked me some stuff. Wanted to know my name and what I was up to and all that. And then I heard something up from up above. Someone screamed. Yes, Mr. First on the roof deck. Oh, sorry. Yes, Mr. First on the roof deck, one would presume. Well, I didn't want no one seeing me face, so I didn't look up. Then the horses were drawn up smartish, and this the Irishman says to me, "Get back under the seat. I'll see that you can get away later." All 6 members of the jury had decided the defendant was innocent. For one brief shining moment, yeah, that was about the long and short of it. It's clear that they are all still very unsure. If we could just find some conclusive piece of evidence among this new testimony, I'm sure we would clinch the verdict we want. Well, yeah, I hope you're right. And I have this feeling. Something's bothering me, but I just can't quite put my finger on it. You say that a lot, Inosuke. I mean, I didn't really see any obvious contradictions. Let's see. Okay, so you got into the carriage, and you weren't able to steal anything because he was sitting on you the whole time, and it's really dark as well. Then after a while, I hear this loud bang, nearly jumped out my skin, I did. You heard what was presumably the guy falling over from being stabbed. Okay, well I pressed everything, and again, I don't see any obvious contradiction. Let's look through the evidence once more. Okay, yeah, that's him being stabbed for sure. Well, okay, that probably wouldn't count, no. Huh. Right. The gloves, those the defendant's gloves. So not really. Let's look at the omnibus a little bit more closely. Okay. Oh, maybe I gotta. I still like that, the Phoenix Wright omnibus. Yeah, let's take a look inside again, just to double check. Yeah. Okay, so this is where the victim was. This is where Gina would have been placed at the time. And then this is where he was sitting. And like I said, you open up the thing, and it's the compartment, and it's super empty, which we already established before. Then you have this blood. So that was presumably the blood from the victim. Did we examine this blood stain? I don't know if we did. I mean, we might have, but I don't know for sure. That's blood, isn't it? Hope it is not thrice-fired Mason's blood. Is something wrong? Oh, it's just... Well, this blood stain is so obvious, that's all. And yet, Van Zykes has made no mention of it. I suppose that does seem a little strange. Why do I have such a bad feeling about this? Okay. I am thinking that maybe that blood stain wasn't there before? Because, again, like I told you, I didn't actually remember if I examined it before. But, like, since they made a mention of it being kind of weird, yeah, was it there before? Because I'm pretty sure it was just this blood stain. I don't know. This fucking case is playing tricks on me, man. Making me think I saw shit I didn't see, and... well, I don't know. I don't know if I can just present the omnibus again. Or where I would even present that on. Let's see. Yeah, it's curious, that's for sure. Okay, I don't know if this is anything important, but I'm just gonna try and pursue the thread. Okay, so you see the murder weapon, right? It says, its quality and fancy ornamentation suggest it might be quite valuable, or must be quite valuable. And our good friend Gina here is a pickpocket, right? So if he was sat next to the victim and, you know, saw the knife in his belly and shit, like, is there any reason why she didn't take it? I mean, again, I don't know if that actually means anything, but we'll try it out. Oh. Oh, okay. I guess that was just a loose thread, a red herring. I mean, it says, like, why else would they have been like, oh, hey, it's quite valuable? Because, like, and she's a pickpocket. Like, I mean, you can connect those two dots, right? Oh, well. Let's just consider the implications of that statement for a moment, shall we? Yeah, I know, I'm dummy. I'm a dum-dum. Well, what implications, Counsel? Nothing strikes me about it. Exactly. There's nothing striking about it. What does strike me is your propensity for the inane, however. I need to clear my head and come at this again from a different angle. Okay, I guess that wasn't it then. Fuck, man, I don't know. I don't think that's relevant. That apparently isn't relevant. The gloves don't really matter to Gina. I was curious about the photo, because, like, obviously, we don't really see anyone in here, but if she had already, like, left, or if she had been put back in the compartment seat or whatever, by the time the police got there, then, like, yeah, obviously. You know? So I don't think it's a photo. I don't think the autopsy report. I guess might be the omnibus is probably what we had to present, but, like, where exactly, you know? Because, like, nothing I pressed made, like, a new statement, right? So... Okay, well... I think that's fine. That's a curious statement. Can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. I mean, yeah, that's kind of obvious if you're in a compartment. If you're being sat on or whatever. A loud bang. Okay, again, not 100% sure about this one. But I'm going to try and see if I can present the omnibus and here, and if that would actually accomplish anything.
Objection.
Maybe? Fuck. Yeah. Yeah, he does do that a lot. Yeah, that's right. Well, see, that's your other panic-stricken look. So you have two looks, really. Okay, well, in that case, I don't really know, man. People say this game's easy compared to, like, other Ace Attorney games, or at least that's what I've heard. But it's like the third case, and it's fucking kind of throwing me for a loop. Same like the second case did. I mean, really, it's not like there's that much evidence to choose from. Yeah, something's bothering him, and I think it's a blood stain because, well, it's pretty fucking sus. But again, I don't really see the right place to present it at, you know? Because, like, she said some interesting stuff, like, when I pressed it, but there wasn't, I can't go back to that, like, when I present it, because, you know, it's not like it was added to the testimony, so... I don't know. I'm gonna try and just, I feel like the omnibus is, like, the crucial thing, right? What about here?
Objection.
God fucking damn it. There's clearly something odd about that last statement made by the witness. There's clearly something odd here. Wait, your behavior, counsel. Oh, please, don't mind me. Well, it'll be significantly easier if you lower your hand. I won't lower my hand until I prove my client's innocence. As long as it's quite quick. Yeah. Well, golly, I might have to go back and do my past save anyway, just not fucking start over, because yeah, I'm not seeing the Then after a while, I hear this loud bang, nearly jumped out my skin I did, and the scream just came out. Wait a second. Wait, no. Okay, so, because what McGill had said before, he said that the guy fell onto the floor, and that's when he noticed him, and then he sat him back up, and that's how he got the blood on his gloves. Okay, that part checks out, I guess, but cause I was gonna say maybe, oh, wet bang, because he's sitting right there, but yeah, it's not really a contradiction now, is it? Is there anything relevant here? No, I don't think there is. Again, that doesn't even relate to you know, Gina. Wait, I don't think I've examined this in detail. Maybe there's something something here. That part is the sheath, isn't it? Are you all right, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, sorry. Yes. I just don't really like blades. Bro, you have a fucking sword by your side. Oh. Those don't seem like the words of a man with a large katana slung from his wrist. Yeah, exactly. That's not a blade. That's Kazuma's soul. Anyway, there's no sense in delaying it. Let's see what the blade looks like. Okay, yeah, that's definitely some blood. Ugh. That looks a lot like blood. It surely is blood. The victim's. Ugh. An Englishman's blood looks like a lot like a Japanese man's blood. I mean, yeah, I know English people are weird, but they don't have, like, purple blood. Did you think it would? Sorry, it's just that we've only arrived here in Great Britain. I'm finding it a little hard to adjust. Yeah, I do understand that. There's that M. An ornate letter M. Undeniably Mr. Magnus McGilden's initial. And it is beautifully gilded, too. It must be very valuable, I should think. Ah! What is it? Look at this M. If you turn it to upside down, it becomes a W. If you take the blade, you change the M from mini to W for Wumbo. This could change everything. A W? Yes, this is one of those, you know, turnabout cases. I'm sure of it. I'm afraid I don't know it all. But what I am sure of is that this is an M. Well, that idea was quickly quashed. Gee, yeah, nice SpongeBob reference there, my guy. And you said... Okay, well, there's nothing, like, earth-shatteringly interesting about the knife, other than that it does indeed have blood, and it does indeed have an M and not W. So, man, could you imagine if, like, it really was, like, it was, like, an upside-down M, and we just were confused this whole time? That really would be a turnabout. I mean, again, I don't really see the contradiction, you know, the lie. Again, let's try to think about it logically. So this statement I don't think is an issue. This statement doesn't seem like an issue, considering I presented the knife, and that didn't get me anywhere. I'll tell you, you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. I mean, yeah, I think we kind of went over that. Then there's this, and then there's that one. I mean, I don't think that's, like, not what happened. Otherwise, the police would have seen her if he didn't help her get away, so... I don't think that's a contradiction.
Hold it!
Oh, fuck, I didn't mean to press. Was there some, like, reaction I was supposed to notice before? Because I was not paying attention to that aspect of things, I admit. Right. Huh. Okay, well, I'll try to press the status again to see if I notice if McGilded acts weird at any point. I don't think I did notice. But TBH, I might have just been too focused on doing the voices to do that, you know? See, this part is also a bit weird, honestly. Because again, you have the empty compartment versus the not empty compartment.
Hold it!
Point is, no.
Hold it!
Passengers plant themselves opposite.
Well, no.
Hey, wait a second. He didn't do that before. Why did you do it the first time, my dude? I'm pretty sure I would have heard that if that happened the first time. But okay, at least now we have our opening.
Excuse me.
What's so funny, McGilded, my man? Oh, I do apologize. Was there something to matter, Counsel? I'm just wondering if Miss Lestrade's last comment made something occur to you, perhaps. You seem to be thinking something to yourself. Oh, no. 'Twas nothing important. I was feeling bad for the poor lass, is all. I remember feeling desperate myself as a young lad, shut up in the dark. 'Twas terrifying, so it was. I see. Yes, I'm sure we can all sympathize. I'm still scared of the dark now. I'm a 23-year-old man. Aye, and I don't know about yourself, but I fall into the darkness seems to make everything you hear seem that much louder as well. Yeah. I suppose it does, maybe. What are you getting at there? Mr. Strayed. Did you hear something that night? Anything? An unusual noise, perhaps? Nah, not really. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring. Be Jabers! There's no need to tell the whole world of me foibles, you little scamp. What a pity. If only Miss Lestrade had heard something, it might have given us a vital new clue. Yes. What should we make of that last statement of hers? Well, considering nothing else I was trying in that testimony before was getting me anywhere, I'm going to say that it's profoundly important. My lord! I believe the new statement just made by the witness is profoundly important. Profoundly important? But all she said was that she heard nothing. Yes, which is a profoundly important point. I'm almost sure of it. I'm almost sure I don't understand the inner workings of your Eastern mind, Counsel. Nevertheless, Miss Lestrade, you will supplement your formal testimony by repeating that last statement, please. What? Supplement? What are you on about? Don't give me all your fancy talk. I know what you're trying to do. Well, it won't work on me. That's right. Insult the judge. Always a good move. I could straighten.
Hold it!
So you were straining to hear what was happening the entire time, since the moment you hid yourself. Not exactly, no. Sorry. Well, there was no one in the cabin to start with. I could just push question up and have a butcher's to see what was what. But then, when I saw this swell getting on, I got my head down so he didn't notice me. And Mr. McGilton sat on the seat under which you were hiding, correct? Yeah! Would you Adam and Eve it, eh? What a mug! So then, all I could do was listen. I was waiting to jump out of there as soon as I heard him leave, you see. But would he? Not likely. Even though we stopped here and there, I never heard the door open. So I just had to stay put and listen to him driving his pigs to market. Snoring like an old dog he was. Are there any conclusions we can draw from that, I wonder? Is there? Are there? I don't know. There's more fucking people in this case than there is evidence. I thought you were 15, not 17. What the fuck? Beppo. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, if you were in the cabin... Well, I mean, my things aren't going to go anywhere if I say it makes sense, so... Obviously, it doesn't add up, somehow. Miss Lestrade, what you have just told the court is clearly at odds with the facts. At odds? Are you sure, man? Absolutely. It seems my learned Nipponese friend is not as dull-witted as I feared. So Van Zykes realized it too. Counsel, I must insist that you bolster your claim with evidence, or some complicit party's name at the very least. Yes, my lord. I expect you to demonstrate this alleged contradiction to the court. According to Miss Lestrade, while she was hiding in the omnibus that night, she heard nothing but the sound of Mr. McGilden snoring. But think, Ryunosuke, think. There's something else she should have heard. I feel like Okay, so let's try and think about it, smart like. So we had the victim in the car. You had our good boy Magnus. You had the Beppo as the driver. You had Bruce, Fairplay, and Lady First on top of the omnibus, and then you have her. Thing is, should you have heard them if they were outside the omnibus and she was like inside the omnibus? Like, I don't assume the walls are soundproof, but if I recall, man, this is why I shouldn't take. This is why doing Let's Plays aren't always the best thing, because you have to like remember what you did like a day before, as opposed to, you know, playing it all in one go. I mean, well, you know what I mean. Person, is it evidence? Because she did say that she heard the guy falling, presumably after being stabbed. So she's saying she heard that part. But was there something she should have heard before then? Maybe the person? Maybe? I couldn't really tell you, man. I kind of feel like I'm just pissing in the wind. On a particular sound that Miss Lestrade could not have failed to hear on the night in question. The sound very clearly explained by the presence of the following person. I mean, shouldn't you have heard, like, horses and stuff? Since, like, he was driving the omnibus? But shouldn't you have heard this? This guy screamed too, didn't he? Huh. Okay, well, I might need to do a bit of safe scumming, because I don't feel 100% confident in this, and I only have one more fuck up, so yeah. Maybe it was him? It would seem Phantoms are at work again. This time, in my Nipponese friend's ears. Oh, I guess it wasn't. I concur. No sound, I concur. No sound is apparent to me at all. Oh. Allow me to introduce you to a sound that will be very real indeed, however. The sound of your death throes. Jesus Christ, I'm well, there I go. I'm dead. Yeah, he's right. That was loud. Thank you, Counsel. That will do. I'm clean enough. According to the powers vested in me by Her Majesty the Queen. Yeah, okay, well. What's gonna happen?
Guilty.
Oh.
Guilty.
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 Okay, yeah. Right. Okay, at least I know what the fucking death animation looks like, basically. I hereby find them blended to Mr. Magnus McGilty. Yeah, he's Magnus McGilded McGilty. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know, we fucked up. Jesus. You tried from this scene? Wait, from the current scene? What does that look like? How far back has that taken me? Oh, so the cross-examination. Right. Okay, well, that's not actually that bad. I mean, I'm glad it didn't, like, force me back to, like, way in before, you know? Well, okay, well.
Hold it!
So why didn't he react the first time when you pressed that statement? I don't understand.
Hold it!
Why does pressing this statement twice equal things happening, you know? Okay, so I guess it doesn't happen until you press all the other statements, and then he reacts. Okay, well... I would rather prefer having, like, all my hearts, or my life. But, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just go back here real quick, like. Maybe I should have saved... Okay, you know, maybe I should have saved before when I had the chance of it being evidence, actually. Because it might be evidence. I don't fucking know. Okay, so... Wait. Shouldn't you have heard him being stabbed?
Take that!
Yeah, because obviously if he was, like, there, being stabbed, like, he would probably make a sound before he fell over. Right? Bryce fired Mason. Yes, my lord. Sounds that Mr. Strad could not have failed to hear. Is that the victim, Mr. Mason, boarding the omnibus? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Duh. Because if he got on at some point, then she would have heard that. Duh. What am I, stupid? A big dum-dum stupid head? Order! Order! Explain your reasoning, counsel. Miss Lestrade, allow me to confirm something. You claimed earlier that you were the first person on board the omnibus. Is that correct? Yeah, oh yeah, because she was the first on. Duh. That's super obvious. Why didn't I make that connection? That is a pretty obvious... Okay, well, when you point it out, it sounds really obvious. Yeah, of course I was. I got on while the driver was in the pub, didn't I? And the next person aboard the omnibus was Mr. McGilded. That it was. Not a soul in the cabin was in... A soul was in the cabin when I climbed aboard. At least, not in plain sight. So you were, to all intents and purposes, alone in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus at that time. Did I not just say as much? I wasn't traveling with anyone else, if that's what you mean. Yeah, I saw him get home, remember? Through the crack under the seat cushion. He was on his own, for sure. And, from what we've heard, the carriage made a number of stops after that on its onward journey. During which time, did you not hear the door opening or closing at all? Nah, I never heard it. That's exactly what I was listening for, wasn't it? Waiting for this swell to leave. In which case, you should have heard him coming on board. When and how did the victim end up in the carriage? Ah! We know that the victim collapsed inside the enclosed cabin of the omnibus. Therefore, Miss Lestrade's statement about what you did or did not hear is at odds with the facts. Ah! Yes, this petty thief's statement was clearly flawed. Lord Van Zykes. Yes, he knew. He knew all too well that there was an inconsistency in Miss Lestrade's statement. It would seem words of thanks are in order for my learned friend. What are you talking about, pal? You have demonstrated matters impeccably. This witness and her colorful statements are entirely unreliable. Hey, nice hat. Your hat looks silly when it's falling off like that. Her words are convenient untruths, nothing more. Yeah, we kind of aren't... Yeah. He's dead right. How could the victim possibly not have boarded the omnibus? This makes no sense whatsoever. And this girl's a pickpocket. Let's not forget that. Okay, and we keep pressing, and things just keep getting worse, pal. Ah! She didn't even say anything. I didn't want to judge the dear little mite just because she has some rather naughty ways, but I must say, I can't abide liars. And neither can I. Mr. Foreman, I didn't want to judge the girl just because she has some less than salubrious ways, but I must say, I cannot abide liars. God damn it. Arg. Mr. Naruhodo, that's 5 journey members leading towards guilty. Uh-oh, another drink for the hallowed chalice. Well, your consideration for others is refreshing, my Nipponese friend. To the considerable troubles you have spared me. Yes, very refreshing. Oh, Jesus fuck. Gah! What are you playing at? Have you forgotten who you're working for, you useless Eastern Abaddon? I don't even know what the fuck that is, but I feel like it's probably a racial slur. Eesh. Okay, don't fucking do that here. Stop. Your animation makes me uncomfortable. This is carnage. It's perfect. Juror number 2 is the only one left. Mr. Naruhodo, the way this is going, I know if we can't find some new way to convince everyone of Mr. McGilden's innocence, the judge will rule and we'll have lost. I very much wanted to believe the words of one of London's most respected gentlemen, but those of us in service know we must accept hard truths. Hey, hold it, pal. Yes, the witness's last statement seems to have revealed a critical inconsistency in her story. However, if we consider the possibility that her statement is in fact the truth, it may shed an entirely new light on this whole case. What are you saying? Counsel? I'm, sorry, sir. Whatever do you mean? Counsel, I will not tolerate you attempting to prorogue my adjudication. Explain yourself at once. When the accused boarded the omnibus on the night in question, the victim was nowhere to be seen. Subsequently, the carriage door was not heard opening a single time, as testified by the witness in the stand. And yet, the victim's body was found inside the carriage. If this pen thief's words are to be believed, how do you explain the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabin of the omnibus? How indeed. There's only one way to explain how the victim came to be inside the carriage. Well, we're going to save that one for next time because this episode's getting pretty long in the tooth. And I was just getting in, again, I got stuck on that one testimony for a while. Again, I don't really see how you, pressing all the other statements and then going back to that one without any kind of like prompting or anything, how you're supposed to just come to that conclusion naturally, that he's going to react that certain way. Because I double checked, he didn't do that the first time. And like, yeah, I guess you had to press the other statements first, but I don't know. There wasn't any way to really see, so that was kind of lame. But anyway, still curious, still going good, still, I mean, it's a good case, but things aren't going so hot for us. But yeah, we'll figure out what exactly this whole deal is next time. But until then,